Hey guys, welcome to my first walkthrough on the channel. Couple things before we actually start this walkthrough. This is my first walkthrough on the channel. This is Vateshran on Veteran, obviously. Couple things. The face cam, dog water, so my apologies. The lighting, the camera is just not good quality. Secondly, this is footage from the build video I'll be making about this build I'm doing the walkthrough with. It's my Magicka DK solo build. It's really fun. I also will be making a 1-bar Templar. The build's already made. I just have to film it, edit it, all that mess. It's not going to be as high level as this build, as the raw damage potential, but it's going to be easy to play, obviously. It's pretty much a 2-button Templar with damage abilities. Then the rest are just defensive, like Living Dark and Vigor, all that good mess. Really good build. Yeah, enjoy the video. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, this is my first walkthrough, so it's not going to be perfect. I did miss some things, but I'll fill in the blanks. Oh my lord. Alright. What's up, guys? Let me look a little guide, a little walkthrough, you could say. For Vateshran Hollows. Obviously, I'm veteran. Guess I'll give you a little rundown on what I'm going to be rocking for this. It's going to be a pretty in-depth tutorial. This is going to be for a mag. I'm going to show you where you would go for your stam as well. I'm running this on my DK. I love DKs. So I'll give you the gear, the food, and the champion points. So for the 2-piece set I'm rocking, you can go Stormfist. I'll get to that later, towards the end of the arena. Iceheart, defensive, Dire Frost Keep. You can solo this. You can use a little exploit. I may put a link in the description how you can do that. Really just a defensive set. Nothing too much. World of the Depths, obviously on the hands, the chest, the waist, the feet, and then Pillar of Nirn on legs, and then my necklace and my rings, Pillar of Nirn, Ring of the Pale Order, and then Pillar of Nirn ring. 2 maces, Mace of the Depths. It's poisoned, charged, flame, Nirn hold. Maces because they increase penetration. You can go daggers for crit chance, and then the Inferno Staff. I'll make a build video more in depth, listing all the passives, why I'm choosing this gear, all the champion points in the future. It's a really fun build. For the Mundus, like I said, it's going to be the Atronach. For the most magical recovery, you can go the Lover. It's really good too. So let's get into this. Oh yeah. Alright, so this is not going to be like a speedrun trifecta. But I'm not going to attempt to do that. I'm just going to really take it really slow and explain all the mechanics and all the bosses. So I'm a mag tune. So since I'm a mag tune, I'm going to go green first, blue, and then red. My ping is really, really high. Laggy ass game. The reason you would go whatever you're not is because the first one you can't get power-ups too. So since I'm a mag tune, I don't need stamina, and I'm not gonna get any power. Well, I'll show you. I actually will show you they are. So it's gonna be a pretty long guide. And then if you're a stam tune, you go magic. So you go blue, green. No, yeah. So pretty simple. It's pretty simple. Pretty much just the reverse of what I'm doing, kind of. So I'm going green first. For the food, any food really, that will help you survive. It's gonna be really fun. Really, really fun. So I guess I'm actually going to probably do, I'm not gonna skip no ads, because I'm not gonna go for any speed run here. I'm just going to go for a nice little clear. Probably no sigil run. I may die just to show you the... Actually, I may die in a certain ad pool to show you how most people die. I may actually do that. I think that would be actually pretty educational. We'll see. I'm just going to kill most of these ads. Alright, so this troll, relatively simple. He's gonna kind of throw a rock at you. Dodge that. Let's do this Adpole. I don't know if this gets you score, but we're gonna find out. I think it does, actually. So usually, I'll focus these things. Venomous Claw. Bada bing, bada boom. Getting all your dots down, especially Ring of the Pale Order, is really useful. Of course, being a DK. You're gonna be using a lot of dots. When in doubt, use your dots. I'm gonna skip these ads. Alright, so this is the first mini boss here. Okay, so with this mini boss, these two ads are, you can just kill them with your dots. There's going to be a Spriggan here. This is kind of teaching you kind of the actual boss over here, right? So you want to kill the Spriggan first. Relatively self-explanatory. He's going to charge up. You can just bash when he does this. So, yeah, pre-buff, volatile armor. And then kind of just... There you go. All your dots. Very, very simple. Very simple. As long as you kind of keep him... You just stand stationary, really. I've done this on a 1-bar Templar, just as easy. Obviously, it doesn't go as quick as that. But yeah, okay, so this is the first boss here. There's a couple of mechanics with this boss, but relatively straightforward. So there's going to be ads. The ads are typically not that big of a deal. I think there's some wolves. The main thing you're gonna actually look for is the Spriggans. There's gonna be a line towards you. They're gonna kind of, you want to bash them and kill them, pretty much. Really simple. It's kind of hard to explain this one. Most of the other bosses are really easy. This one's kind of hard to explain. It's an interesting fight. So the first Spriggan's always gonna be right here. Okay, so pretty much I'll just put my dots down and then keep moving, pretty much. This is going to be pretty important when it comes to the future bites. So here are the ads. So there you go. You can just block these. When I do a build video, I'll get to the rotations. Block. Sometimes I attack the wrong one for a good while before I realize. Alright. So bash, tab target if you need to. Actually, you're probably going to use my ulti here, just to be safe. Which one's glowing? Oh, this one. Alright, there you go. This one's pretty annoying, but relatively simple. I think I'm going to skip this Adpole. For me, this one's the most boring the green. I just really don't like it too much. The final boss is the Minotaur. It's pretty boring. Alright, this one is going to be the Ogre. Really, with this guy, he'll kind of do a scream. You'll have to, it's going to be kind of like CC'd. Relatively easy. So pre-buff. Put all your ads down. Then this claw. That's the most annoying. It's not gonna kill you. This dude, no one really dies to. It's just really, really annoying. Alright, here it's actually really important. Don't move too much when you're like, oh, I almost did it. Just stay still. Okay? You will ruin your no-death run if you move too much. So please, please, don't do that. That'd be pretty embarrassing. Same thing here. Now we're going to be approaching the second, I don't know what to call them, if they're mini bosses, if they're not. Semi-mini boss, the gatekeepers, that's what they are. Okay. A couple mechanics here. Really, the most annoying mechanic here is this gatekeeper will go under, and then crawl to you. You can block or you can roll dodge out of it. That's really it. The two ads here are nothing. Block. Block. And that's the annoying one. Yeah, it's very easy, very simple. Okay. Alright, so this is actually the last boss. Oh yeah, I forgot. If you, I think, did red first, in the first actual boss, where, you know, where the Spriggans were, you had to kill. To the left, there would be an additional, that's where you would go for, if you did red first, one of the side bosses. Okay, so for this guy, very easy. Overall, in my opinion, not overly difficult to do at all. So there's going to be 4 platforms, obviously. I'm going to call them ice and lava. You can call them blue and red, right? So you'll notice there's lava, lava, ice, ice. Pretty much, it's whatever you would want to jump to these, whatever opposite color he is. So if he's blue, you would want to jump to one of the reds. If he's red, like covered in like fire lava thing, jump to the blue. There's gonna be some archers here. They're very easy to kill, and you can kind of straight up ignore them. Very important mechanic. They're going to, these 4 people right here, they're gonna rise up, and they're gonna put their staffs up in the air. Just bash them. So you'll bash, 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 and so forth, right? You don't have to bash all 4 of them. You can just bash 2 of each. So you will need at least a blue and a red to bash. But you don't, if you want to save time, just parse on them. This is, if you just really want to save time, you wouldn't go all 4. I think for the demonstration, since I'm not going for any speed run, I don't really care how long this is. It could be 8 hours long, as I'm getting a good walkthrough in. I think I'm going to go through, I think what they intended you to do it. Okay, so don't use your ults on him yet. He's just going to jump to this one. Pretty annoying. So he's going to have a heavy attack as well, and he's going to have this run. Actually, I'm glad I got hit by that. He's about to jump. I'm going to put my venomous claw on him. So you just follow him, like she said. This heavy attack is pretty important, and for stab tunes, this won't be that big of a deal, probably. But for mag tunes, you definitely do want some potions and to incorporate some heavy attacks into them. Okay, so usually I just jump to this one. This is one of my favorite. You'll notice, archers, you don't have to block. Just keep your distance. I'm gonna save my ulti. I don't know how I got hit by that. Okay, they should be rising up relatively soon. Just reapply my dots here. So they're rising up. Come on. Just go. Boom. Boom. He's red. And so, just to show you how easy and really stupid these guys are. Very easy, very simple. Drop my ulti here. I'm going to heavy attack. Gets my stam back. Of course. Usually, I just take out one of these guys if I'm trying to play it safe. Put my major breach on him. Come on. Okay, that did not work for some reason. It's all good. Oh, good. Very simple. Oh, wow. Everything for Ice Heart. Obviously, Storm Fist will be a bit more damage, I believe, but I don't want to use it. Alright, so I'll be able to kill him. Let's just finish him off here. Not really mechanic. And there you go. Very simple boss. Very easy. You can leave the chest. And you can get it before the last boss. I think you can actually go back into the choosing as well after you kill the final boss. So if you're going for speed, you can just leave the chest. Now, we're going to go to blue. And we're going to get the power-ups as well. So blue is really interesting. Now, blue is going to be more difficult since we went into the green arena, right? So everything here is going to be buffed. The boss is going to be buffed. But you can be buffed as well if you want. Typically, usually, I don't pick up any orbs from here. I just do the health. Oh, that's great. Well, since I'm doing it, I guess, to be safe. Why not? Woo. Oh, dude, I feel so delayed. Ping being high today. Alright. This is a little gatekeeper. Some ads you can skip. This is a good example of ones you can't. Very, very simple ad. You'll want to bash her. She'll have a little bash mechanic, and she'll kind of have a little CC mechanic as well. So bash. All these dots. It's very difficult to die with this build if you keep up all your dots. When in doubt, use dots. Alright, so we're gonna go get the Magicka orbs. Just to increase sustain, increase damage a bit. Just to show you where the orbs are. So let's kill these little scallywags. So it's gonna be here, so if we go to our map, that's where we are. Came in, I mean. Let's go over here. And you're gonna get 5k extra Magicka. That's about 500 weapon spell damage. It's gonna help your sustain. And this is going to show us where the orbs are. Yeah. So keep in mind, we'll be able to grapple because we did the green. So you'll see they have a little green glow. Yeah. That's gonna allow us the ability to get here, pretty much. So if you're new, if you're trying to go for your first clear, maybe you're not trying to go the trifecta. This can really help with sustain, really help with damage, and per every essence we get, we get an additional 1,000 magicka, which is good. That's about 100 or so weapon spell damage, so it can add up. Typically, though, I skip these when I'm going for my trifectas. I can kind of recreate it now, especially with this build. It's really fun, really easy. Love DKs. There's easier builds to get your first clear, obviously. Maybe like an Arcanist. Alright, so let me see if I can remember where all these spawn. There can be one that spawns over here. Obviously, there's one over here, so I'm going to go get that one. So back here it can spawn. There can be one that will spawn over here as well, right in that corner. And I believe that's pretty much it wherever, yeah. Alright, so this bridge, very dangerous. It does lots of damage. Typically what I do is I just put some dots on her. And I'll just go up to her and tab target her. And a lot of dots. More dots, more dots. Just when in doubt, use them dots. I'm gonna save my ulti. My leg's really itching. Alright, so this is the first boss here. This one's pretty easy. Couple mechanics. There's going to be a huge flesh atronach that spawns, and a couple of ads as well. The ads are pushovers. You don't have to worry about them too much. You kind of want to kill them around the same time. If you don't, it's really fine. If you have to kill one before the other, I'd recommend this guy, not the flesh atronach. I mean the flesh atronach kill. You know what I mean. Yeah. Pretty simple. What else? What else? He's going to teleport, so he's going to have teleporting locations. You want to keep him and the flesh atronach close together. The reason is he's going to have a bubble. It's going to make him pretty much invincible. I'll show you it when I'm actually there. But the flesh atronach is going to slam on the ground. It's going to have a huge AoE, and he's going to break that bubble. Also, he's going to raise up his staff. Make sure you bash him. It hurts a lot. So at first, I like to pre-buff with anything that you have, even use your shield, and then pretty much parse on him. Really easy, really simple stuff. Get him as low as possible before he teleports. You know, or at least just put your dots on him. I like to get him around 70%, and then when he teleports, do the opposite. Now watch for these AoEs here. So this is the thing when he goes, when he has that bubble where you actually want to, okay, there you go. So I kind of want to keep it. I'm going to save my ult. There you go. The bubble's going to break. I'm going to save my ult until he teleports again. But as you can see, I'm killing him a little bit fast, actually. So let me get some good damage on him. Where did he go? Keep on moving. And there you go. Very easy, very simple. Extremely easy, extremely simple. Sometimes if I'm not paying attention, I'll actually a lot of times die. From that, it will one-shot you, that big AoE. So pay attention, because if you don't, you'll die. At least it one-shots me. Okay, so this is a mechanic, pretty simple mechanic. You'll just go up in here, and it's timed. Hit these orbs. These do not count for your no sigil run, if you're wondering. And no way I'm gonna die here. Okay, I was gonna freaking say. Actually, I usually, to be safe, I always put like a dot on an enemy. That would be kind of sad. But if I die, I probably will die to show you a common way of how people die. I think that would be really good for a tutorial. I think. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Kill that ad. Just skip these ads. An orb can be right here. An orb can be... Okay, these eyes, they will slow you down. An orb can be behind these rocks. and I believe an orb can also be right here. Orbs can also be in these things as well. These will slow you down, put buffs on you, really annoying stuff. This will be a thing when you actually get to the final boss of this, which is one of my favorite bosses in the game, actually. If it spawns you, I might as well just put some dots down so you get some healing. Have a little stamina. I believe an orb could possibly spawn right here, if I can remember. And maybe somewhere on the edge of right here as well. Like I said, orb can spawn. Oh, there's an orb, I think, right there. Orb can spawn right here. Orb can spawn right here. I really hate this side boss because it's extremely annoying. It's not hard, it's just boring. But I guess I'll do it for the sake of the tutorial, for the sake of the walkthrough. It's really easy. So even if you're just not going to do this side boss, it will give you power-ups if you do. There can be an orb right here. There can be an orb, I think, right here too. And there can also be an orb, I believe, possibly in here as well. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, I usually just... Oh, yeah. Woo. My belly's itching like a biatch right now. Alright, so there's an orb. This dude is really easy. He'll give you a buff. Okay, so a couple mechanics here. He'll teleport into rooms, so he'll kind of have like a ghost or phantom. The most important thing there is kind of just kite it around. You don't have to kill him. If you kill his ghost, or what I'm gonna call it a ghost, his ghost, it'll just respawn. Don't waste time on it. This pad right here, it will glow when he's able to be teleported to. So you just kind of parse him a little bit, and there's his little ghostly buddy, and then pretty much just apply dots onto this guy, and then as you can see, very simple, just apply dots, and then there you go. Be teleported into this room. Like I said, this dude's really, I know it's not, like I said a lot, but this dude's like not a difficult one bit. Extremely easy. I think I completely missed. Just put Venomous Claw or whatever big hard-hitting dot that you have. I still don't have Flawless Dawnbreaker on this build. Keep it moving. Alright. I'll kill him, just so you can see what happens. He'll just respawn. Once again, typically I'll just put Venomous Claw on him, just in case. Alright, so let's kill this motherfucker. Why would you want to pull me in, bruh? There you go. Very simple. I think we get a buff. I don't know what this buff does. Obviously, stuck in combat. Gotta love it. Whatever that does, right? If you know, comment. But it helps you, I think, from the next boss. It'll help you. So... yeah. Well, this may be the longest run I'm going to ever have in this. This actually may be... this tutorial may be my my second, oh, the longest run besides my first clear a long time ago. But it's all for the walkthrough. So very easy side boss, in my opinion. There can be an orb up in here. There can also be an orb at the final boss up top when you have to go through one of these pads. Think of this arena as like teaching you pretty much everything that you kind of will be doing, especially the last boss too. Really love this arena. Way better than Maelstrom. If you kind of hug this wall, if you go instantly, this little thing will never actually. I say that, but it got me. Great. I think there can be an orb in somewhere right here as well. Orb spawn random well, not random, but mini random locations. That makes sense. You can kind of if you play this enough, memorize it. Okay, so this boss is really fun. One of my favorite bosses in the entire game. A couple mechanics here. One, the boss himself is going to do a heavy attack. You don't have to block. You don't have to roll dodge. If there's no eyes, yet, or if you just killed if you kill an eye, right? Just pretty much, you know, left or right. You know, you don't have to roll dodge. You don't have to block. It's a waste of time, waste of your stam. There's going to be a point where you will probably at least once, most likely, have to go up top, potentially, depending on your damage and your healing coming in. They will have to take these watchers out. They'll kind of shoot lasers at you, and they do quite a bit of damage. They can kind of get overwhelming, and then there's going to be eyes. The same eyes that we saw in these things over here, right? They're going to slow you down. I think they're going to apply mini debuffs to you as well, like healing, damage debuffs. And so in order to, there's two ways you can get rid of them, or I guess you don't have to. I recommend you do, though, because multiple of them can spawn, I think. There's two ways you can get rid of them. You can either just completely parse them down, but they have quite a bit of health, and there's no need to do that. Or you can line it up where his heavy attack is, and pretty much they'll be almost one shot. I'll show you. So let's pre-buff. Tab target. Like I said, this boss is really fun stuff. So just keep an eye out. I'm not going to go up top. I may probably only have to go up top. As you can see, I just completely easily dodged it. So here's the eye. So line it up like so. And I block in this one pretty much. And then this is going to be one shot. Almost. Alright, so typically, I think this is still good. I'm not going to go up top yet. Let's go up now, just so I can show you the mechanic. Alright, so 3. These will explode sometimes. It's really laggy, wow. And kind of hit you off. These can get overwhelming. I think this is, there you go. Alright, cool. Keep your feet moving. There's an eye right here. Boom. Oops, missed that rotation a bit. Really laggy here for some reason. I think I'm just gonna... Wow, it's so laggy, dude. Just parse them down. There you go. Very easy. Very easy. Extremely fun. Here's the chest. If you miss one, you can just get it. Almost have my full sticker book up in here. Alright, so the red or the fire. For Magtoons, this can be really difficult. mainly because there's 2 ad pulls here, and then the final boss can be kind of a doozy. If you get the side boss, it will help you with damage, and we'll do the side boss. But there's 2 ad pulls here that has ruined a lot of no deaths for me, and for many people. Even 3 with some of the skimps, potentially, if you're not paying attention. Definitely, and you gotta remember, since we did green, blue, and now this is the last one, things are gonna be buffed up in here, so it's not a cakewalk anymore, right? Yeah. So I just play it safe. I mean, I'm not going for a no-death run, so I don't really care if I'm playing it safe or not, to be completely honest. Alright. So typically, if you're playing it safe, you would kill every ad here. I'm not doing that mess. It's going to take way too long. I'll go up here after I kill this guy. So pre-buff. Get all your dots. And I'm dead. So, there you go. It can happen. It can happen to anybody. Yeah. But it's fine. It's fine. These guys are really annoying. I'm actually glad I died there, so I can actually show you something. Typically I don't. But that was a little bit of bad luck because there was 2 of them. I typically have more time to actually, yeah. Usually I wait. So I rush it a bit. Oops, did not mean to do that. Alright, so just pretty much parse him down. It happens. His breath will not follow you. Oops, misinput, but it's fine. Wasted an ultimate. So here is where you will get the red power-ups. Yeah, so this is unlocked it. If you have a shield, this will come in handy. Harness Magica is what I have. And get your health potions ready. So same thing, it's timed, but you should be fine. Just jump if you're using my build. That will be uploaded relatively soon, hopefully. Jump. Simple. So that's 5k, I believe, extra, yeah, 5k extra health. Gonna be nice. It's gonna be nice. It's really gonna help. It's gonna help your survivability. Yeah. Okay. Orbs. There could be an orb back here. There can also be an orb behind this rock. So kind of almost in the lava, actually in the lava. I should have just played it safe. It happens. Typically, I think that's my first time ever dying to that ad pool. Like ever, actually. Hey, would you look at that? There's an orb. But it happens. So grab it. Boom. That does good damage. Let's just play it safe. Let's just... This run's already going to be pretty long. Alright. Gatekeeper. Come here. This guy's breath will follow you. Why it's not hitting. There you go. A little laggy. An orb can be right here as well. Alright, so this boss. Oh yeah. Orb can be over here when you pick up the brimstone. An orb can be back here. And an orb can be all the way over there where the scamps are. Yeah. Couple mechanics here. Her mechanics herself are not difficult. Very easy. She will teleport every once in a while. There will be ads. There will be a teleporter with scamps. those can overwhelm. Don't let the ads overwhelm you. There's going to be a fire atro and a kind of like, I forgot the name of it. The thing that we just fought over here, but the breath's not going to follow you. Yeah, those are typically not an issue. Just they'll follow you to bring them to where she is and just let your dots do the work. If the scamps get too much, you can always either put a dot, like a wall of elements, or whatever dot you want, razor cow drops, whatever dot that you want that does some damage to help kill them. Or you can just, if you want to play ultra safe, maybe it's your first clear, just go over there and kill them all. You can do that. Okay, so pre-buff. Let's start this mesh. Oh my god, come on, bruh. Miss inputs after miss inputs. Alright, ads will spawn relatively soon. There we go. This guy, don't even worry about him, man. Like I said, you can put something like so. Like a little nice dot. You can notice I'm tab targeting her. And I'm not really doing anything, to be honest with you, too. You know, you need the other ads. So we're doing pretty good damage to her. Oh. Dude, it is really, really laggy. Very, very laggy here. She's almost dead. I'll show you what you can do. Oh yeah, there's going to be firewalls. They do a good amount of damage. You can avoid them, or you can just kind of, to be honest, parse right through them. Very simple. Combat bug, obviously. It's great. Wow, this may be my longest run yet. Alright, these brimstones, heavy attack them. You want to get pretty close to them so you get the shield. Is there an orb? No health orb. This ad pool can be... Oh, there could be an orb right here too. This ad pool can actually be troublesome for some people. I've died here before in a no-death run. And not the other two ad runs, so... Kind of just keep your feet moving. If you use my build, Harness Magicka as well. Keep your feet moving. Very easy, very simple. Alright, so next gonna be a gatekeeper. Very easy, very simple. No, actually this is not a gate. Well, yeah, it is. I typically keep them to the left, just out of habit. Completely ignore all other ads. Alright, this is one of the more challenging ad pulls because a lot of people do it wrong. Unless you're just trying to ultra push your speed. Typically, this guy right here, which will be a factor of the final boss that's this way, to the right, he gives you a lot of points if you're trying to push score. But if you're not trying to do none of that mess, avoid him. Let him go a good safe distance and then hit it. Avoid this stupid bitch and then buff. I recommend that you have your ult here just in case. Pretty much keep a move on, get as many dots as you possibly can, interrupt. As you can see, I'm just moving back and forth. Once you get like one of them killed, you probably will be okay, to be honest with you. 200 ping, wow. That's gonna get me killed. Yeah, we're gonna do the side boss. The orbs can be right here. Orb can be, I think, be right here. Orbs, ooh. Orb can be right here and right here. There's not that many orbs. I'm going to probably have to assume that there's going to be an orb right here. I'll get that when I come back. No, you won't. And there may be an orb. Yep. What time is it here? Oh, yeah. Almost forgot that orb. I think, how many orbs have I collected? I think 3? 4? We'll see. I don't think I missed an orb. Alright, so this side boss, if you are a person who use a build that uses a lot of dots for your damage and your healing, obviously like a DK, this can kind of be annoying. It's not difficult, it's just really annoying because this dude will move constantly. Couple mechanics here. There can be a red orb behind him as well, which there is. He's just gonna move around pretty much in a circle. What else here? He's going to have some fire AoEs, also a little like mini firewall. That's it. It's really not that big of a deal. He's not too bad. I do recommend you save your ults for the final boss, though. Hopefully I'm not gonna have to use my ults here, but sometimes I have to because he does get me low. Okay, so like I said, he's going to move. Yep. So kind of preemptive your dots. If you need to, when he's doing that, just heavy attack. Use your harness magicka and just heavy attack. And then firewall. This is a good time. Ooh, that stutter. To heavy attack, you need to. So I would like heavy attack if I needed it. Still got my ult. I was about to have to use it there. Jeez, release. I really don't want to, though, to be honest. Man, he's annoying. So if you needed to, you can heavy attack, get your resources back. Boom. Sometimes I'm combat bugged here a lot, so. Oh no! Get the hell out of here. Man, it's crazy out here. Yeah, I really need to go, deconstruct some stuff. Yeah, I'll take it. Well, a minute past the speed run. This probably will be my longest run. However, I'm hoping this is a good, like, non-scripted kind of walkthrough to show you that anything can happen. Like, typically, I don't ever die at that ad pool. I usually breeze through that, and it happens. But I'm glad it did. Like, I'm actually glad I did die there. To show you what it's possible you can die at any point. No matter what the build that you have, the experience that you have in this, especially on the ad pool that I'm coming up to, that I just did, and the ad pool I'm coming up to, some of the best players here die. Yeah. Alright, so with this ad pool, it's possible not to trigger everything if you go this way or this way. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. So hug this wall. I'm gonna pre-buff. Hug this wall. And in some instances, you don't have to trigger everything. Typically, I'm probably gonna trigger everything, so I'm just gonna kill this motherfucker first. So this dot will stay on you now. Alright. So that's kind of the order I go in. A lot of people die here. Bad RNG is one. You don't, like I said, if you come right here, or if you go over here, you can be precise sometimes and not pull everything. That's the safest way. You can either go one by one like I did. So usually I'll start with this scamp first and just kill him. Or you can just go guns blazing and kill the main guy. It's really going to be up to you, but that is a bit more risky. Orb can be right here. Orb can be right here. And there could be possibly orbs right here, but there's not. Does not look like there is. This guy, I actually may intentionally die here just so I can show you, since I'm already dead, since I already died, so it really don't matter, just so I can show you how a lot of people die, how I typically die here, how most people typically die here. Let me run through the mechanics first, though. So this guy is going to be what you're going to have to experience in one of the portals at the final boss, which is coming up. He's going to do a breath. It's very choreographed. Do not let that hit you. It does tons of damage. He's also going to do like a fiery spinning thingy. You can play range or you can go with it. I'll probably go with it just to show you, since I'm a mainly melee range build to do damage. There's going to be brimstones, like these orbs that we've been using. Since we, you know, did that side boss, we're going to get a, I think it's here, empowered brimstone. It now radiates heat. So when you break it, it's going to do increased damage. This is helpful not only against this dude over here, but some of the skeletons. There's going to be bone colossuses as well. Possibly 2 of them can spawn. My luck is 2 of them does spawn. That has happened many times. Because I'm not paying attention. So I've done this many times where I can just kind of autopilot, and sometimes when you autopilot, you do it the correct way, but one little mistake, it happens. It is important though. There's 2 mechanics here, so you're gonna have to pay attention because he's gonna slam his sword into the ground. That is gonna cover the entire room in lava. There is a cheese mechanic. I forgot how to do it, but I'm not gonna. Even if I did, I'm not gonna teach how to do that because it's not fun. You'll heavy attack, make sure you're close, and then you pretty much parse on them, right? There's also going to be room. These things will light on fire. Okay, if your damage is lower, or if maybe you're not paying attention, maybe you're trying to fight the bone colossuses or the skeletons or something. These will light on fire. If 3 of them light on fire, he'll go to the middle and pretty much do a huge, like multiple waves of fire will come to you, and then on top of that you may have the colossuses and the skeletons. It's kind of a bitch. It's not fun. I may intentionally show that to you. I may take it a little bit slow, but let's see here. I may die here. I die here a lot. I've got multiple trifecta runs here, and I have died here a lot as well. More than I like to count. This is, in my opinion, probably harder than the final boss for me, because it's really annoying. So let's pre-buff. I usually bring him over here. Oh, we got a good little thing. Yeah. So let's put all your dots. Watch for that. It does lots of damage. I've got hit by that before. And then there you go. So come right here and then pretty much parse on them. You don't want to be too close because this thing will melt you. To play it safe, what you can do is he also will do a nasty heavy attack later on. Hit it and then you'll be fine. As soon as he finishes that thing, you can hit that and you can pretty much just parse on him and be a lot safer. And since that brimstone, okay, so now the okay. Okay, that's the brimstone here. So let's over here. Heavy attack. Kill him. And this claw. And I should be able just to hopefully kill him now. Bone Colossus is coming up. Ooh, almost got hit by that. Still gotta pay attention. There's the Brimstone. There you go. Very simple. Butt cheek clenching sometimes. Really butt cheek clenching. I didn't get to the mechanic. I don't know how many of them filled up. Maybe like 1 or 2. If your DPS, like I said, is a bit lower, maybe a newer player, maybe you're on a 1-bar Templar build, something like that, your DPS is not as high, or you're not focusing on him as much. You'll take these Brimstones and you'll actually have to go in them to extinguish them. So, yeah. Oh yeah, I think we actually missed an orb. Maybe we didn't. Maybe we didn't. Okay, final boss. Probably about 55 minutes. Actually, not as long as I thought this would be. It could have been a no-death run. Damn. Alright, so I should have died in that boss so I can show you how people die. People typically die from that fire boss for a couple of reasons. I would say one of the main reasons is sometimes the skeletons can stun you if you're not paying attention, if you're not moving on your feet enough. And they can stun you, and then obviously you'll die. Let me type this boss. Okay. What else? Oh yeah. When he's spinning around, you're not paying attention. Maybe you could be too close and you don't know which way it's going if you haven't ran it multiple times. So that's why I recommend, if you're newer, even if you're a more experienced player, back up a little bit so you can make sure, because it will melt you big time. I may die here just to show you some of the mechanics. I don't know. I'm kind of debating if I really want this video to be that long. Okay, a couple mechanics here. Let's go over the portal mechanic first, because portals. When you kill her, she's going to have this huge AoE that covers the entire ground. It's important the order you go in, because the reason is the order that you go in will pretty much have that boss, that little side boss first, right? So when you come out, you'll have that boss, kind of. So this boss, well, it's this platform, and then the fire boss. This one's a pain for most people. The important thing here to know before I get into anything else is everything besides the addition of the mechanics of the bosses, some of the bosses here, stays the same. Everything in the room in her stays the same. I'll get into that in a second, what I mean by that. The rings, the skeletons that spawn, the archers, the kind of slime things. Now for her herself, you kind of want to keep her in the middle as much as possible. Two main reasons for this. One, if you're trying to bomb her, that means the skeletons, because they're going to be more attracted to you, the more damage you're doing to her. So if you're trying to just ignore mechanics, if you keep her in the middle, if you come out of a portal maybe only having 1 or 2 skeletons, it's going to take longer for them potentially to get to you, unless the skeletons spawn, you know, over here and then she's over here. The main reason is the rings. If you're trying to nuke her, you don't want the rings. They'll kind of come over here and she'll say minions come forth and they'll march. If she's over to the edge somewhere, there's 2 main possibilities that can happen. You cannot be paying attention, like this guy, and get killed by the rings. Or you just won't have enough time potentially to kill her and just put you in more pressure. You don't want that. The most important thing here is moving around, staying on your feet, and throwing dots at her. There's going to be archers. The archers are not that big of a deal. You do want to kill them if you can before you actually go into the portals. The reason is pretty simple. They'll follow you. The same thing with the little slimes. Just kill them. They're pretty harmless, but they're annoying. The kind of big skeletons won't follow you though. But I'm gonna do this really slow. Follow each mechanic. I'm not gonna nuke her. I'm not going to do none of that. I'm going to be extremely thoughtful pretty much just explain all the mechanics, right? To show you all the mechanics. So let's do this. Yeah, I only have one headphone in, which is an AirPod, so I don't have all the audio cues. And I really use audio cues for this boss. So I'm not just gonna straight burn her. I'm just going to pretty much, oops, okay, it's extremely laggy. So she'll do this weird yoga shit. Let's see here. If you're more advanced, you can actually bring, all these mages together and just nuke them. Well, these skeletons, these colossuses. Alright. My nose itches like a biatch. Okay, so the mages are coming. A little bit of a mishap, so tab target. There you go. It happens. I did a little bit too much damage on her for my liking, because I wasn't paying attention. These guys will not respawn. If you kill them all instantly, or you take your time, they will not respawn. Unlike the Void Mage, the, pretty much like everything else, right? Situational awareness is key. So I'm trying to keep her into the middle as much as possible. If I can't, it's fine. It just makes it a bit easier and a little bit less pressure. Tab targeting is your best friend here. Alright, so the ring will appear pretty soon. I just kind of skipped that mechanic. Oh. Alright, for him, very simple. He's gonna move, so I actually don't recommend you just waste a lot of time putting your dots on him. Just put all the... There you go, he's gonna move. And then now put all your dots on him. You can interrupt him, you don't have to. As you can see, I'm actually gonna be pretty slow here, so she gains more health, so it's pretty cool to see. She's gonna regain health, and the more health she gains, the more skeletons there will be. So, yeah. Ooh. Oh yeah, this is looking good. So minions will come forth relatively soon. Oh yeah. Come here. Alright, they'll be coming now. Tap target, put all your nice dots down. I'm actually going to use my ult. If you have Flawless Dawnbreaker, which I still don't have on this build, it's going to make it a little easier. Your sustain's going to be crazy with this build, dude. Oh, I can't wait. It's very laggy, though, for some reason. Alright. Hopefully I can kill her before the archer. Alright. Alright, so with this guy, he's going to put some slows on you. You can kind of bait him. I'm not going to do none of that mess. I'm just going to go right on him. Wow, it's very laggy, man. Jeez. Oops, mistimed it. It's fine. It happens. Alright. So we're almost at the fire mage part. Okay. So, like I said, I'm just pretty much taking the mechanics extremely slow. I'm not trying to nuke her. But you can see that boss is there, the boss we just killed. I'm going to try and to save my ult for when I come out of the portal. Alright, get some heavy attacks in there for sustain. Alright, so this guy a lot of people have trouble with. The fire mage is going to kind of raise up, as you can see. You got to make sure you kill him, or not kill him, but you know. And then now, I recommend nuker, pretty much. There you go. Pretty simple. Obviously, unfortunately, on a speed run, I don't really care. I died, unfortunately, but that is the gist of it. Save your ults if you can. No sigil though. It was a no sigil run. 1 hour, which is very long, but I think I covered a lot. I think hopefully I did a pretty bang up job. You get some really cool motifs here. Really cool motifs. I'm gonna have to deconstruct. I'll show you the rewards that you get for completing it, doing the trifecta run. And all that mess. So you get really cool motifs. I'll do fashion. I know some people might be asking. I'll do fashion in my build video. Okay. But I'm using some of the motifs from here. Really cool motifs, in my opinion. So for just doing the vet clear, meaning just completing it on veteran, you can die as many times as you want. You can use sigils. You can exit and come back as long as you have the quest as many times as you want. And if you complete it, you'll get the skin. Really cool skin. Void Pesonus, I think it is. Yeah. Don't mind the hair. Really cool skin. Yeah, pretty cool. Like I said, you get really cool motifs from here. The gear here is honestly not too bad. I don't think it's meta, but it's cool. Definitely is cool. I think I almost have my entire sticker book almost from here. Really like this place. Yeah. If you get the trifecta speedrun and no death, you get Spirit Slayer. That is a no sigil, no death, and under 45 minutes. So 45 minutes and under, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah. 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 Hopefully, you guys, liked it. Thanks for watching. I know this is more of a kind of an unscripted video, but I think it's better for me to go in, not too much editing, not too much scripting, just so you can see RNG, which I think you did see. I didn't mean to die there. It just happens. Yeah. thanks so much, guys, for watching. Really appreciate it. A build video will be coming out relatively soon, hopefully, if I have the time. Yeah, thanks for watching. Peace, guys.